Hello everyone, I am Julian Morris with the Channel 5 News. In the headlines, local government commissioner urges those who are in a position to leave hurricane shelters to do so. Brittany Felix chooses to highlight the plight of those living with sickle cell anemia as she goes after the 2019 Carnival Queen title. And MP for Soufrière outlines her plans for a new Soufrière in 2019 and beyond. The details coming up.
Get ready to open the best gifts with Flow this Christmas. Sign up for a new broadband or TV service with free installation, or sign up for a broadband and TV bundle and get 40% off broadband for the first 2 months. Plus, get a chance to win a 55-inch smart TV, 1 year or 6 months of free service. Enjoy big-time entertainment and big speeds this Christmas with Flow. Terms and conditions apply. Visit discoverflow.co for more.
M&J Covering is the producer of Designed, Galvanized and Galvalumed in Dominica. They design to your specifications, color and length, 4 styles of galvanized and galvalume pre-painted roofing sheets as requested, and supply all your galvalume accessories. M&J Covering helps you control spending and reduce waste. At M&J Covering, they are also equipped to build your roof to precise standards anywhere on island. So come to M&J Covering at 1 Mile in Portsmouth or call 445-5001 275-5003 today.
First up in the news, a call is being sounded for those who can leave emergency shelters at this time to do so. Andrea Louis reports.
Chairman of the Emergency Shelter Subcommittee, Glenroy Toussaint, is advising those who can to desist from taking up residence in emergency shelters. His call comes amidst the strides made in constructing and repairing homes for those who have lost houses during Hurricane Maria. Toussaint acknowledges that there are some people who have to stay in shelters due to their housing conditions, but pointed out that there are others who can move out of the buildings.
There are some people in the shelters who have been assisted. We are appealing to those persons who have been assisted. We know there are some persons, we have approached them, they have been assisted by the state. And for some reason or the other, they are still at the shelters. There are some persons who have occupied some, they're not in emergency shelters, they've occupied some government buildings. And some efforts have been made to improve their homes, and they're reluctant to do so. We are appealing to them that they need to, because, I mean, you cannot, if efforts are made to improve your home, you cannot stay at a government facility, and that has to be understood.
Approximately 200 people are still in the country's emergency shelters. Toussaint says these people fall into 3 categories.
The category of those persons who are in the shelters are really persons who were renting, whose homes were completely destroyed. There's persons who are squatting government land, and those homes were destroyed. So we have those 3 categories of persons, and we are working closely with the Ministry of Housing, to ensure how we can. We have made some strides. So there are a number of persons who have moved out of the, the improvements were made to their homes, and they've moved out and that sort of thing. The process is taking some time because some of those persons who are at the shelters, their homes were actually washed away. And so it means, therefore, they have to be relocated. So it's not a question of, you're rebuilding on where they were. So it's a question of relocation, which is a longer process.
Toussaint says, though the distribution of relief phase has passed, the subcommittee still provides assistance to shelteries where needs be.
We continue to dialogue with them, we continue to talk with them, and sometimes, what we've noticed that sometimes you even have to be a counselor. People come to you and they say certain things, and you have to understand that just be empathetic with the person and seek professional help for individual, because you have to do that, because there are people in shelters. I just received a report where people need some counseling, and so I'm looking at the possibility of providing that. In fact, I got a report of some individuals that may require that may be suicidal. Their thoughts of suicide and stuff like that. So these are the things that we do. So we are looking at professional help for those persons so that they can talk to them at a one-on-one and sort of give them that help and that hope.
Over $480 million have been invested in rebuilding the country's housing stock, 90% of which was damaged by Hurricane Maria.
Member of Parliament for the Soufriere constituency, Honourable Denise Charles, is looking to foster a new attitude within constituents come 2019. Here is a segment of her Christmas message, which also holds fresh hope for the new year.
We can no longer afford as a small constituency to practice partisan politics and slander one another. As a 40-year nation, childish ways must be put away. At the end of the day, the progress made is for all of us. We must decide now what future we want to paint. Is it one based on idleness, division, aggression, and laziness? Or one under steady, proven leadership who focuses on diligence, unity, peace, and performance? All the ingredients needed for a fruitful Dominica. We have to separate our needs from our wants, and we must never allow our wants to cloud our judgments and cause us to lose sight of our goals. I am committed to leading you to achieving the best life possible for yourself and family. But you have to understand the vision, as distractions will come in various forms. Disappointments may come, delays may come, but all these experiences will also be temporary. The new Soufriere will provide opportunities for all those who are prepared and desire to be the masters of their destiny.
Ms. Charles says there's quite a lot to look forward to in what she describes as the new Soufriere,
including construction of jetties, fisheries buildings, enhancements of our attraction spots, reintroduction of yachting, expansion of new businesses, continuation of housing revolution, sports, and more. As your representative, I'll do my best to provide you with the support needed to achieve your goals and push to ensure we honor our commitments made to you. I have already received approval for the construction of 16 new homes. So on behalf of my constituents who I humbly serve, I say again, merci, merci. Thank you to the Prime Minister and his cabinet for their outstanding support to my constituency.
The House of Nyabinge says Dominica has made significant strides towards accepting the Rastafarian community. On the 19th of November 1974, the House of Assembly, the Patrick John-led Dominica Labour Party, along with the Eugenia Charles Freedom Party, unanimously passed the Unlawful Societies Act. This act made the murder of Dreads lawful. They were the only unlawful society identified by the act, hence the Dread Act. 44 years later, as Dominica marks a significant milestone of 40 years as an independent country, Bernard Imani Shaw says Dominica has progressed significantly in developing an open mindset towards Rastafarians. He says it is satisfying to see practices of the Rastafarian community being incorporated in the wider society.
We have made strides. From 1974 to now, with a lot of strides made. The way people used to see Rasta, although they are still the origins of how people understand Rastafari, because of the past, people still keep the negative parts in their mind, and that is what caused even the Dread Act to be passed and all these things. But I think people still not really clear about it, you know, that is not what really caused, what people think caused the Dread Act is not that, you see. So we're glad that we have made some strides, and people, what we used to be saying, the eat what we grow and grow what we eat, and living natural, living clean, you know, the environment and how people deal with the environment, and all these things come into pass. And we think that is things that we have been espousing all these times, and seeing that they come into pass, we just feel good about it.
Shaw says despite the open mindset, members are still penalized for having quantities of cannabis on their person. He wants to see the medical cannabis discussion lead to a fruitful industry in Dominica.
What we really want to see is just the opening of people's minds. The awareness is appealing to the conscience of the people, that here's an opportunity for us to now reclaim what we had in the past. So the herb brought all that effect upon us, and then they caused that Dread Act to come upon us, you know. So we're saying the only thing that has been of that worrisome thing to Rastafari, the only thing which even in the consultation that the professor acknowledged, that this is the only thing that causes Rastafari, the simple, pure Rastafari brethren, to be victimized and to be persecuted in this time. There's nothing else that could tell us to go to jail because we don't deal with things that we know are dishonorable.
President of Dominica Charles Savre says the country has made a remarkable recovery following the devastation caused by Hurricane Maria more than a year ago. In his Christmas message, His Excellency sounded a note of optimism, one of triumph through adversity, with hopes of a more prosperous 2019.
We did not allow this horrendous ordeal to take control of our lives. Our focus instead was and still is on rebuilding our society better and stronger. This determined and patriotic national effort has brought tremendous achievement in our relief and recovery effort, which is quite evident by simply looking around. No one in the public sector lost his job, and salaries were paid on time. In the private sector, some of us have regained employment and have reopened our businesses. Roads and utility services have largely been restored. And most importantly, the government has undertaken major works to rebuild the housing stock. Additionally, the government has undertaken to improve air access, support investment in hotel infrastructure under the CBI, diversify the agricultural sector, pursue the development of the geothermal energy potential for local consumption, and in addition to prioritizing essential social protection services, the government has mapped out ways and means to bring about the fastest and strongest recovery possible.
His Excellency made special mention of those who have suffered more than their share of devastation and loss due to Tropical Storm Erika and subsequently Hurricane Maria. But as he outlined, there is a silver lining.
I wish to take this opportunity to single out the residents of Petite-Savanne, Dubique, and Stowe, whose communities were destroyed by Tropical Storm Erika and who were further impacted by Hurricane Maria. A new community is being developed in Bellevue-Chopin to resettle the people of Petite-Savanne, and the first 38 housing units were handed over to families at a ceremony which took place on Friday, the 7th of December 2018, with a further 130 units to be completed at the end of January 2019, 34 at the end of February 2019, and 144 at the end of June 2019, thus making it a total of 346 housing units. I congratulate the people of Petite-Savanne, Dubique, and Stowe, and thank them for their patience and tolerance. Government's housing program with the Montreal Management Consulting Establishment, MMCE, is not limited to the resettlement of families from Petite-Savanne, Dubique, and Stowe. Government is also vigorously pursuing the development of another 466 units currently under construction by the MMCE. 330 in the Eastern District and 136 in the Northern District, 68 of these units in Grenville and each in Grenville and Cotton Hill, Portsmouth. Within the first quarter of the new year, the MMCE will also construct 125 units in the Pound area in the city of Roseau.
Stewardship, a way of life. This will be the diocesan pastoral theme for the coming year 2019. In his Christmas message, His Lordship Gabriel Malzé says the idea behind this theme is to endeavor to challenge ourselves as Christians to re-examine our attitude, disposition and practice of giving our time, talent and treasure for the advancement of the kingdom of God on earth. Bishop Malzé says anything we can possess is a gift given in trust for our benefit and that of others, here and for eternity. He speaks of learning to appreciate our own giftedness for the advancement of the kingdom of God. Bishop Malzé also points to God's gift of salvation through Christ as the highest demonstration of God's generous nature. His Lordship says this is a season to discover one or more ways in which to serve church and country towards a productive 2019. You are watching Channel 5 News. We'll have more after the break.
Stay connected and share your favorite holiday moments with Flow. Get the Alcatel A1 for $199 when you activate an extra-large prepaid combo plan, or the Samsung J4 for just $399 with a large postpaid plan, and get free talk evenings and weekends. Plus, get free WhatsApp on large and extra-large prepaid combo plans and sign up for any new service for a chance to win cash or hampers every week. So make it Flow for everything mobile this Christmas. Terms and conditions apply. Visit discoverflow.co for more.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, galvanized and fence pipe. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Special focus on those afflicted with sickle cell anemia. That's the platform chosen by 20-year-old Brittany Felix. Andrea Louis reports.
Felix from St. Joseph is currently pursuing studies in the pre-health program at the Dominica State College, as her career choice is being a professional in the healthcare system. The Queen contestant, who was speaking at her village launching on Wednesday, says she chose sickle cell anemia awareness as her platform to bring hope to those affected by the illness.
I am very passionate about protecting the sick, vulnerable ones, and helping them brings great joy to me. My dear supporters and friends, on the night of March 1st, 2019, I will be having an intimate conversation with sickle cell anemia, raising awareness about this dreadful sickness. I will definitely be reaching out to those who suffer with sickle cell anemia. My message to them will be that there is hope. To all the families of those challenged, you are not alone. We can all share coping practices. I am passionate about this platform because, in reality, it hits home. I understand in all the pain and tribulations attached to this sickness, there is still a lot that these patients have to offer. Oyan, my younger brother, is such a darling. I love you so much, brother, and will always be there for you.
Brittany Felix is one of the 3 contestants who have already received full sponsorship. Her sponsor for the show is the Dominica National Lottery.
My participation in the pageant is made possible by my sponsor, which has committed to helping me realize my dream of capturing the title of Miss Dominica 2019. The Dominica National Lotteries Commission, thank you. You came on board with me immediately, and for this act of kindness and trust, I am so very thankful. I am proud to be representing such a prestigious company and will definitely work hard to make you guys proud. Remember, we are in it to win it. This journey has been a tedious one, but it is by far one of the best experiences of my life. There is much ahead to learn, many more challenges to overcome, but I believe firmly that though the road may be tough, the victory will be sweet.
Member of Parliament for St. Joseph constituency, Kelva Daru, while throwing his full support behind Brittany, applauded all 5 participants of the Miss Dominica 2019 pageant.
It is always important that when you present yourself for such a challenge, that you continue to demonstrate a high level of confidence in yourself and in your abilities, and also to ensure that you keep yourself up to a high level and a high standard. And I want to encourage young ladies to remain determined to the task. Your journey has begun, it has not ended as yet, and you have the full road ahead of you to ensure that on the night of March 1st, one of you will emerge as a winner.
The next village launching is that of Marisol John of Coptall. It is scheduled for Saturday. Andrea Louis, Channel 5 News.
Former representative of the Carter Center in Guyana, Jason Calder, says the next several months will be a stress test for Guyana's democratic institutions and social cohesion. Guyana's fragile multiracial coalition government fell after a no-confidence vote in the National Assembly late Friday, setting off a general election campaign nearly 2 years before President David Granger's constitutional term is complete. The ruling coalition lost the no-confidence vote after the switch in allegiance of a single lawmaker, Chandras Prasad, of the junior party in the coalition. The following video clips are from HDP TV Nightly News in Guyana.
Mr. Speaker, 33 members voted in favor of the motion, with 32 against.
Honourable members, you've heard the results of the vote. 33 in favor and 32 against. It means that the motion is carried.
I am an AFC member and I'm extremely disappointed in the AFC team. My reason for voting in favor of the motion of no confidence simply because I have no confidence in what the AFC team is doing.
What would they have done to cause you to think like that?
Numerous things.
Like?
We are sitting in Parliament as yes men to the APNU, and we are AFC. We have not blended with the APNU. The other parties have, we are not. The government is APNU, AFC. We have not blended. Why are we doing everything they want to do? Like passing Prime Minister Hamilton Green's pension bill. That man is getting favors from the PNC, not from us. Why are we giving him taxpayers' money? And we voted for that. We are not opposing anything. We're not even saying no to anything. And that is what the problem is. I can't stand that. It's a time where, as Jessica Levy in the House of Commons in Great Britain said, there are times when you have to vote according to your conscience and not because of party affiliation. This is a conscience vote.
The vote puts the cohesion of the governing coalition in jeopardy and increases the likelihood that the opposition People's Progressive Party, best known by its acronym PPP, will win the next election, which must be held by March. The discovery of oil by ExxonMobil off Guyana's Atlantic coast in recent years promises to transform the economy of the English-speaking South American country, but advisors have warned that Guyana risks squandering billions of dollars in annual revenue from taxes and royalties. To end the news, a look again at the headlines. Local government commissioner urges those who are in a position to leave hurricane shelters to do so. Brittany Felix chooses to highlight the plight of those living with sickle cell anemia as she goes after the 2019 Carnival Queen title. And MP for Soufrière outlines her plans for new Soufrière in 2019 and beyond. Feel free to contact us at news@marpin2k4.com. You may access our past newscasts on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the production team, I am Julian Morris. Thank you for watching. Join us tomorrow.